The question we probably get asked the most is, when are we having our next baby? And how many babies do we want?
Guess what? We got news.
No, please.
Allie's pregnant.
I'm not pregnant.
Dairy Queen Cotton Candy Blizzard. Dairy Queen Cotton Candy Blizzard.
It's a great little jam. I wonder where we're going. I really just wanted ice cream and a nice little outing. So we are going to get ice cream. And I figured on the way we could do a little Q&A. I asked on my Instagram to ask us some questions about babies and pregnancy. Which I don't even think I've told John Steven that we're doing a Q&A about this.
Seems like I'm not going to be able to participate much on the pregnancy part.
You were very involved with the pregnancy. What? There's a lot of questions just to John Steven, so.
Aww.
Aww.
Yes. I'm included.
You can give your perspective of pregnancy.
Okay.
And me, so. Yeah. Sorry if it's a little crazy lighting right now, but we're driving, so we can't control that.
Sun. Go in the other direction.
Move. So the first question was, how did I tell John Steven and how did we tell our families? So I'll answer how I told you and then you can answer how we told our families.
Okay.
Is that good? Okay, so when I first found out, I was kind of just taking the test off a whim, and so I wasn't really prepared with any way of how to tell John Steven, and we were in the house together, but he was studying for a test. So I took the test, it came back positive, and I was like, all right, gotta figure out a way to tell him. I was really shocked. So I told him I was gonna go to Walmart, and then I don't know why I did that, because I don't know what I was planning to get at Walmart, but I just left, drove to our stop sign, drove back, and was like, John Steven didn't even realize that I hadn't even made it to Walmart or anything.
She goes to Walmart all the time. She lives at Walmart, so I was like, all right, whatever.
It was like 5 minutes, though, that I was gone.
I was in the zone studying.
Yeah. Anyways, I came back, and it was like around Christmas time, so I just got wrapping paper and stuff and wrapped the test in a box and gave it to John Steven. And how shocked were you when you opened it up?
I was not thinking that it was going to be a pregnancy test at all.
I told him it was like a studying pick-me-up.
Yeah, it was. You said it was like an early Christmas present study pick-me-up, and I was like, all right, what? It's a Red Bull. You know, I was thinking all these little things, like candy, a Kit Kat maybe.
Yeah, which is way more likely, but.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh wow, this is going to be great, and I opened it up. It's a positive pregnancy test.
He asked me probably 100 times if I was serious, and I was like, yes, I'm so serious. So that's how I told him, and then we had so much adrenaline that night, we actually drove like an hour to go to Target and just look at baby stuff because we were so pumped we couldn't just sit at the house. So then a few days later, we decided to tell our family, and again, it was around Christmas time. Wait, 1, 2, 3, go.
Oh.
Wait a minute. That's the size of our baby. Pregnant, please don't have a heart attack. No,
Okay, let's give ours.
Hey, say happy baby.
Oh my God!
So my family, we gave them, we had small little white boxes, and we put a blueberry taped inside of the box about the size of what Daisy was at the time, which was like just a couple weeks old, so it was just a little blueberry. And so, what'd you write on the top?
I wrote, this the size of your grandbaby.
Yeah. So
like to his parents.
In the flap of the box when you open it up, there's the blueberry, and then a little note that said, "This is the size of your grandbaby or niece or nephew," because I have brothers and sisters also. So we gave them the boxes Christmas, and we were like, "Hey, it's an early Christmas present. Y'all open it up. It'll be really fun." And sat everybody down in the living room, which was kind of strange that everybody was actually together because everybody's always spread out.
Yeah.
And they opened it up, and everybody went crazy.
You're lying. Are you kidding?
No.
Are you lying? Are you lying? No, we're serious.
She's cooking a baby.
You're lying. This is a joke.
I don't believe you.
Like, y'all, I'm 7 weeks pregnant. Are you lying? You're kidding.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and again, they probably asked 100 times, like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Everybody thought we were just
Nobody believed
joking.
us.
Nobody believed us, but eventually they did, and it
And then your
was really
family.
fun. Yeah, we did the same exact thing for my family, and they had come to visit for Christmas, so we were already giving Christmas gifts, and so we gave that first and had everybody open it at the same time. So, yeah, it was really fun. So the next question is, was I sick during the pregnancy at all, and what were my pregnancy cravings? So, funny enough, my pregnancy craving was the cotton candy blizzard.
And ice.
And ice, y'all.
You craved ice cream and ice.
I craved, I had like a iron deficiency during pregnancy, and it makes you want to eat ice, or like for some people it does, and I would like cry if I didn't have ice. I went through those 10-pound bags of ice from Sonic, and John C would just bring them home, and I would just eat the ice in a cup, not even like with a drink or anything.
Every other day, I'd run to Sonic and get the big
Those
munch
big
on
bags.
ice.
Yeah.
Bring it home for my pregnant wife to munch on ice.
Yeah, and it's
That was
funny, I really haven't had any ice since then, like, got super burnt out. You just passed Dairy Queen.
Oh, dang it. I thought it was up here.
It's right there. But also, I was really sick during the first trimester. Everything made me sick. I had tons of morning sickness, like, not even just in the morning, just all day long. I was really sick. That was probably one of the first signs of pregnancy for me. Taking a trip like an hour away for work, and I got kind of car sick, and I don't usually get car sick, and so I thought that was interesting. So that was like one of the first reasons why I decided to take the pregnancy test, and
Because you're getting sick.
because I was getting sick, yeah. So that was a sign for me. I was pretty sick the first trimester, but after that it went away, and I was pretty good the rest of the time. Next question is for John Steven. What has surprised you most about parenting?
Well, thankfully, Allie and I both have awesome parents, and so we were very well informed about what we were getting into, I guess, and so there hasn't been too much that I just like was completely unaware of that would happen. I'll say one thing that I guess is an enormous realization is the responsibility of it, which sounds kind of obvious. Like, of course, obviously a baby's response, like that's a big responsibility, but I've always had, this Allie probably doesn't like me making this kind of comparison, but for a dog, for example, is a responsibility, and it really is a responsibility, but you can put your dog in the backyard, or you can put your dog in the kennel and, be done for a little bit, take a couple hours or whatever, and not worry about it. You obviously can't do that with a baby.
You watch a baby 24/7.
Baby is 24/7 responsibility. Like, you're always on the lookout thinking about the baby, or talking about the baby, or doing something for the baby or with the baby, and it's a responsibility 24/7.
Yeah, like, even when you don't have the baby, you're still thinking about it.
Yeah. Like even if like I take the baby and go for a walk outside, Allie's still probably at home thinking about the baby.
Yeah.
And vice versa. Like, if Allie takes the baby, I'm still at home like, how's Daisy? Where is she? What's she doing?
I think a big one is if I go to run an errand without Daisy, I'm so used to having her all the time. I'm like checking the back seat, like instinctively just go to get her out of the car and stuff, and always
all the little things that it takes to raise a baby aren't really inherently difficult in themselves, like changing a diaper,
at least
feeding
for
a baby.
us,
They're not
prepared
really
for that.
They're not really difficult. It's just the sheer responsibility of raising another human.
Yeah.
That's the most difficult part. It's not really the things that come along with raising a baby and that kind of stuff. Like, Daisy's crying.
Daisy wants a snack.
What are you gonna do? Give her a snack or whatever? Like, it's just a super easy thing you do. But in 20 minutes, she's gonna cry again.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the same thing all day long for the next several years. It's not very difficult, but it's 24/7.
Yeah. Just
That's
big
what I would
responsibility.
Could we have 2 large cotton candy blizzards?
Well, mediums.
that do it for you today?
I'm sorry, can we make those mediums?
Okay.
And that'll be it. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
It was got us both larges. Holy moly. I think this is the best one I've ever had.
They're good.
They're seasonal, so
These never disappoint.
these things are so good. We tried to get them a few months ago and didn't know they were seasonal. I'm so glad they're back. They're delicious. All right, so our next question was, did we think Daisy was a girl, and how did we come up with the name Daisy? Kind of a two-part question, but did we think Daisy was a girl?
Absolutely not. We thought Daisy was a boy.
We 100% thought Daisy was a boy. We were
did
so surprised.
Every single old wives' tale that you can think of where you like hold the ring over your belly or pull hair out of your head. We did all of them. Every single one of them said that it was a boy.
Yeah.
Every
and
single
like
one.
the heartbeat and everything, those are also old wives' tales, but they all like kind of made us think that she was going to be a boy. Plus we have boys first in both of our families.
The firstborn in my family was a boy. Firstborn in Allie's family was a boy.
Yeah, so we just kind of thought she was going to be a boy, so it was a really fun surprise when we popped the pink balloon and it was a girl.
I did not think she was going to be a girl.
And we came up with the name Daisy. Well, John Stephen really was the one that suggested the name Daisy, and we both just loved it just because it's unique. You don't hear it a ton.
But it doesn't sound outlandish.
Yeah. Yeah, like you've heard the name Daisy before.
It's uncommon, but it's not uncommon to the point where it's like, I don't know.
Is that a name?
That's weird.
Yeah. So
did they just make that up?
So that's kind of why we picked that name. It was also really the only name we ever agreed on, which is interesting. I get asked a lot if we had a boy name picked out, and we never had a boy name that we agreed on. Daisy was the only one, so it was really great that she was a girl.
We're gonna name our firstborn son Blue.
We're absolutely not, because our dog's name is Blue. If you loved that name so much, you should have just left it for your baby.
How cool would it be if you name our son Blue?
No, we're not doing that. Blue Grace is our dog. We're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. Okay, so the next question was, how was your labor and delivery, and who all was your support during push time? So John Stephen was the only other person in the room with me the whole time. So
support team, baby.
He was a champ, y'all. Best support system ever. Not squirmish, so helpful. Like,
I was a man.
Okay, it was really hard, like, process, I felt like, and he just handled it so well, and was just, honestly, him being so calm helped me be calm, because
well, I have zero control over the entire situation, so I can either stress out and worry about your health and the doctor's performance, or you can just, sit back and let everybody do what they know how to do best.
Yeah, absolutely. So he literally held my leg. It was just him and a nurse in there. Our doctor actually was out at like a school orientation or something and had to like rush back to deliver the baby.
Those guys are...
They were vandalizing the sign? What were they doing?
He's banging his head against the leash law sign. That was funny.
That was funny. He saw us catch him do that. So other than that, labor and delivery, I mean, it was difficult and long. It was like 12 hours.
Well, you only pushed for...
I only pushed for like 30 minutes.
An hour or two.
But not even that long. But
we were in the hospital room from 5 p.m. till
laboring.
Laboring, but not like pushing. I think. Well, actually,
I never did.
I think people get a big misconception about like laboring and actually delivering. Because you can be in labor for hours and even days, but you don't usually push
for like
where you're actually like trying to squeeze out the baby, but for anywhere from a minute to an hour or two, or a couple hours,
Which I think you can push out a baby for a really long time, but for me it only took like 30 minutes. That was not the hard part. The hard part was I got an epidural that didn't take, and so I had to re-get the epidural, and
that was awful.
It was just that was the worst process. I've honestly considered, like, for my future, at least the next baby, to not get an epidural, because I think that in itself made the process so much harder for me. So you a champ, babe?
I was a champ. I held her leg. I caught the baby. I cut the umbilical cord.
You really did.
That was fun. It's an experience.
It is crazy experience.
It's an experience.
Okay, we're back home, so we got Big Girl. Big Girl joined us for the very last question.
You want to answer questions?
So I answer a question about you. All right, so this is going to be our last question, but the question we probably get asked the most is, when are we having our next baby? And how many babies do we want?
Guess what? We got news.
No, please.
Allie's pregnant.
I'm not pregnant. I'm not. I'm not.
That's what I tell everybody whenever they ask me that.
Yeah, but I'm not.
When are you having another baby? Well, now that you ask.
Yeah, and then it's like, really? We would love for all of our kids to be around like 2 years apart, so maybe in the next year we'll start trying to have another baby. Yeah.
In next year?
Yeah.
Next year?
What's wrong? She wants ice cream. How many kids do we want in total? If we could choose.
I would.
Oh. She's not feeling that.
We probably want to have 4.
4.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, so then everybody has a...
Yeah, so when you go to Disney World, everybody's got a buddy to sit with when you go on a ride.
Because that is our priority.
That's our priority. Everybody needs a friend.
Everybody needs a friend. Look at how ready she is for this ice cream.
She is. Watch, ready?
Do that again. She's not about that. All right, we hope you guys enjoyed our baby Q&A. We'll see you in the next video.
See ya.
Bye. Say bye. Look at all that ice cream on her.
She's an ice cream girl.
You're the ice cream queen.